International Bonds Market, presented by Diksha, MCom Final, MPM Government, First Grade College, Karkala. We can see first discussion is what you meaning of bond. A bond is a contract between two parties, means one who issue the bond, that is company, a government, and another one who buy the bond, that is the investor. So company of government issue the bond because needs to borrow large amount of money. So bond is contract between two parties, and it is a between company or government and with the investors. Next is a discussion below is what you meaning of international bonds market. Meaning, the bond market is a financial market where participants buy and sell debt securities, usually in the form of bonds. Here, debt securities means may be borrowed that must be repaid, usually in the specific rate of interest. Some debt securities are discounted in the original purchase price, and some of the debt securities are treasury bills, bonds, and commercial papers. Eurobonds, which are issued in a foreign currency, foreign bonds, which are issued by a foreign government or corporation in the domestic market, and global bonds, which are issued in both domestic and international market. Here, these Eurobonds and foreign bonds, these are all the types of international bond market. We will discuss briefly about these Eurobond and foreign bond in the later part. It is in the type of international bond market. In the bond market, participants can issue new debt in the market called the primary market, or trade debt securities in the market called secondary market. These products are typically in the form of bond, but they may also come in the form of bills and notes. The goal of the bond market is to provide long term financial aid and funding for public and private projects and expenditure. So, a primary market means is a sources of new securities, often on an exchange. It's where companies, governments, and other groups go to obtain financing through debt-based or equity-based securities. Secondary market means is where investor buy and sell securities they already own. It is what most people typically think if as the stock market. Through stock are also sold on the primary market when they are first issued. The bond market has largely been dominated by the United States, which accounts for about 39% of the market. Bank loans are not securities under the Securities and Exchange Act, but bonds typically are, and are therefore more highly regulated. Participants in bonds market. The participants of the bond market are nearly same as the participants in other financial market. In bond market, the participants are either buyers of the funds or seller of the funds. Participants include institutional investors, traders, governments, and individuals who purchase product provided by large institutions. These projects may be in the form of pension fund, mutual fund, and life insurance, among many other product types. So here, bond market participants are similar to participants in most financial market, and are essentially either buyers of fund or sellers of fund, and often both. participants includes institutional investors, governments, traders, individual. Because of the specificity of individual bond issue and the lack of liquidity in many smaller issues, the majority of outstanding bonds are held by institutions like pension fund, bank and mutual fund. In the United States, approximately 10% of the market is held by private individual. Features of international bond. First one, principal. This is face value of the bond an issuer or a company must be repaid this amount at maturity. The amount of invest depends upon it. That means here in the first features says that principal amount face value of the bond and issuer or a company must repay the amount at the time of maturity date, and the repayment is depends upon the investment. Next, maturity period. A bond will have its fixed maturity period. The term to maturity or payment date must be fixed at the date of issue, but perpetuity will have no maturity date. That means the payment date must be fixed at the time of date of issue of all the bond, so the bond will have fixed maturity period. Registration on the basis of transferability of a bond can be classified into barrier and registered debenture. In case of registered debenture, in the issuer maintenance records about the owner and rights transferring the ownership from one hand to another, the record should also be changed. That means, on the basis of transferability, this can be defined as and registered debenture. Call features. There will be the call provisions for corporate, municipal, and some treasury securities. On those bond, the earliest call date and call price are fixed, and this is an advantage to the issuer and can be exercised at the issuer's direction. That means here on the basis of earliest call date and the call price they have fixed. These are provision for fixed. Convertibility. Some bonds will have convertible feature. It means they can be converted into common stock. That means some of the bonds can have the convertible features. That means have some bonds can be converted into commons of or that can be converted to equity shares. Next, three types of international bond: Eurobond, foreign bond, domestic bond. First one, Eurobond. A Eurobond issue is one denominated in a particular currency but sold to investors in national capital markets other than the country that issued the denominating currency. Eurobonds are debt issued and traded in countries other than the country in which the bond's currency or value is denominated in. These bonds are often issued in a currency that is not the domestic currency of the issuer. For example, a British company issues debt in the United States with the principal and interest payment denominated in pounds. Foreign bond. A foreign bond is a bond issued in a domestic market by a foreign entity. In the domestic markets, currency as means of raising capital. For foreign firm doing a large amount of business in the domestic market, issuing a foreign bonds such as bulldog bonds Matilda bonds and samurai bonds is a common practice. So here issued by a foreign borrower to investor in another country and denominated in the currency of that country, Yankee, Samurai, Bulldog, Kangaroo, Maple bonds. Investors view it as a debt instrument issued by a foreign instead of a domestic borrower. For example, a British company issues debt in the United States with the principal and interest payments denominated in dollars. Next, domestic bonds. Bond issued in the country and currency in which they are traded. Unlike international bonds, domestic bonds are not subject to currency risk. They usually carry less risk as the regulatory and taxation requirements are usually known to investors in domestic bonds or at least to their brokers and accountants. So, here domestic bonds trade is a part of the international bond market. Domestic bonds are dealt in local basis and domestic borrowers issue the local bonds. Domestic bonds are bought and sold in local currency. For example, a British company issues debt in United Kingdom with the principal and interest payments based or denominated in British pounds. Next, types of bonds. First, corporate bonds. A corporate bond is a bond issued by a corporation. The term is usually applied to long term debt instruments, generally with a maturity date falling at least a year after their issue date. The term commercial paper is sometimes used for instruments with a shorter maturity. That means in a corporate bond, it is a bond that a corporation equity issue raise money effectively in order to expand its business. Next, government bonds. A government bond is a bond issued by a national government, generally promising to pay a certain amount on a certain date, as well as periodic interest payments. That means the government bond usually denominated on the country's own currency. Bonds issued by national government in foreign currencies are normally referred as a sovereign bond. Zero coupon bond. This is a type of bond that makes no coupon payments but instead is issued at a considerable discount to par value. That means here in the name itself says that zero coupon bond means a no coupon payment but and they issued at the considerable discount. For example, let's say a zero coupon bond with a $1,000 per value and 10 years to maturity is trading at $600. You would be paying $600 today for a bond that will be worth $1,000 in 10 years. Convertible bonds. The holder of a convertible bond has the option to convert the bond into equity of the issuing firm on pre-specified terms. This means convertible bonds may be fully or partly convertible for the part of the convertible bond which is redeemed. The investor receive equity shares and non-converted part remain as a bond. Floating rate notes. These are bonds in which interest rate depends on the interest rate prevailing in the market. The interest rate paid to the bond holder at regular intervals comprises of the interest rate prevailing in the market spread. That means floating rate notes are bonds that have variable coupon equal to money market reference rate like federal fund rate plus a quoted spread. The spread is a rate that remains constant. Almost all floating rate notes have quarterly coupons, that is, they pay out interest every 3 months. Next, risk involved in investment of bonds. First, interest rate risk. When interest rate rises, bond prices fall. When interest rate fall, bond prices rise. This is a risk if you need to sell a bond before its maturity date and interest rates are up. You may end up selling the bond for less than you paid for it. That means it is a one of the risk involved in investing the bond. Here when the interest rate increases, bond price will be decreases. If you want to sell the bond for its maturity date, you may selling the bond less price than the purchase price. Next, inflation risk. This is the risk, that is the return you earn on your investment does not keep pace with inflation. If you hold a bond paying 2% interest and inflation reaches 3%, your return is actually negative 1% when adjusted for inflation. This means since bond interest payments are fixed, their value can be eroded by inflation. The longer the term of the bond, the higher the inflation risk. So, example on given here, uh, hold paying interest is 2% or and reaches inflation is 3%, is your return is actually negative is 1% when adjusted for inflation. Another example, you will still get your principal back when your bond mature, but it will be worth less in today's dollars. Inflation risk increases the longer you hold a bond. Market risk. This is the risk that the entire bond market declines. If this happens, the price of your bond investment will likely fall regardless the quality or types of bonds you hold. Market risk is the possibility that an individual or other entity will experience losses due to factors that affect the overall performance of investments in the financial market. Credit risk. If you buy bonds from a company or government that is not financially stable, there is more of a risk you will lose money. This is called credit risk or default risk. So here sometimes issuer can't make the interest payment to investor. So these are all the sum of the risk involved in investing the money. Last conclusion. Bonds are debt securities in which you lend money to an issuer in exchange for interest payments and the future repayment of the bonds face value. Certain bonds are risk free and bonds generally offer predictable income and better returns than other short term investment. With the conclusion, we can say that most investors can improve their balance between risk and return by replacing 25% of their portfolio different bond investment. This international bond market is quickly expanding as companies continue to look for the cheapest rate to borrow money. Thank you.